CJ Flyer back with Fire, another YouTube video. So last year when the LeBron era came to NBA 2K24's My NBA Eras, we did a comparison of the ratings for NBA 2K24's LeBron era versus the NBA 2K11 ratings, because in my mind they should be the same or at least similar. It's right before the start of the 2010-2011 season. And we saw quite a few differences because with hindsight being 2020, certain players ended up being a lot better than what was expected before the start of the 2010-2011 season. I had a comment in that video saying I should have compared the LeBron era rosters to NBA 2K12's ratings, because then we do have, we're one season through, we know that Blake Griffin's going to be a star or at least a relatively good player, so on and so forth. So this year, we are going to go ahead and look side by side. This is live. We got the 2K ratings on the right side for the Steph era, the brand new Steph era. And we have the NBA 2K17 ratings on the left. And if I go ahead and switch here, we also have the NBA 2K18 ratings on the left. So we're going to go through team by team, do the comparisons. And I'm also using this because we're going to go ahead and start recording players that are missing from the Steph era. And that way, when we go to get a custom roster for the Steph era in the next few weeks, as we go ahead and create that, whether it's me creating it or someone else, we just need to document the list of players that are missing from the Steph era. Now, right off the bat, we already know John Wall's missing, Blake Griffin's missing, Andre Iguodala's missing. Those are like the main three. There's definitely some other players on that list as well. So we're going to go through one by one and start writing them down. And we're also going to observe some of these differences between the NBA 2K17, 2K18 rosters and their ratings versus the NBA 2K25 Steph era rosters. So without further ado, we're looking at NBA 2K17's ratings right now for the Philadelphia 76ers. And right off the bat, a couple things to note here. One, we have a missing player. We got Jahlil Okafor there. I'm going to go ahead and copy his name. He is not available on the roster. So I want to copy this actually as text only. And then I'm going to go ahead, add 76ers here. Perfect. All right. So Jahlil Okafor is missing from these rosters. That's a bit unfortunate. He was one of the top draft picks that year. Ben Simmons was at the top of the ratings in NBA 2K17. Embiid was a little bit behind. This is actually, if we go ahead to Embiid here. Okay, I need to scroll over so you guys can see. Actually, you can't see it all. All right, well, this is already... Oh, here we go. Maybe I can zoom it way out for you guys. This is not working. Anyways, let me just say it then. This was Embiid's first year he actually played NBA games. He was on the roster for the 2014, 2015, and 2015, 2016 season, but he was injured. And then he played 31 games in the 2016, 2017 season. So 2K had given him a 77 overall without any gameplay experience. It was, a similar rating they would give a, highly sought-after rookie before they play their first game. That was kind of the idea. No one knew how good he actually would be. So if we switch to the 2K18 ratings, he's an 86 overall. The NBA 2K25, he's an 86 overall. So it works out. Now also keep in mind when we show the NBA 2K18 ratings, players like Markelle Fultz aren't there because they were part of the 2018 draft class, and the NBA 2K Steph era rosters are 2016, 2017. So don't get that confused, just throwing that out there. Back to the 2K17 rosters. Who else are we missing here? We got Robert Covington. We're missing Tiago Splitter. That's a key player right there. He was part of the championship Spurs team in the 2010s era. So we'll go ahead, add Tiago Splitter to the list. I imagine this list is going to be quite long by the end of this video. All right, Dario Saric, he's there, and it's pretty comparable. He's rated a little bit higher in the 2K17. They're taking some of these ratings from the 2K18 roster, it looks like. So let's actually go ahead and compare that. Dario Saric, 78. Covington, 78. Pretty comparable. Rashawn Holmes, 76. Comparable. TJ McConnell, yeah, it looks like they're mostly taking ratings from 2K18's roster rather than 2K17's. Amir Johnson, was he on the roster in 2K17? No, he was not. Sergio Rodriguez was there. Gerald Henderson, it looks like. Are we missing Gerald Henderson? Let's go down the list here. Yeah, we're missing quite a few players. That is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 auto-generated players. Oh my. Okay. So yeah, we're missing. Goodness gracious, this list is actually gonna be a lot longer than I thought it would be. I'm about to drag this down. This is gonna take quite a bit of time. Okay, let's go back here and let's review. We are missing Tiago Splitter. We already wrote him down. Gerald Henderson, Jared Bayless. So I'm not even gonna type the full name right now because it is gonna take way too long. We're gonna call him Jared Bayless. Who else? TJ McConnell's there, and he's roughly the same. Actually, if we go to 2K18, yeah, same rating, same overall. Justin Anderson, he appears to be missing. And then who else? Nick Stauskas and Timothy Luau. Okay. So, who did I just say? Justin Anderson. And by the way, if y'all see me missing someone on this list, again, keep in mind this is 2K18, this is 2K17. I'm going to try to keep that header here towards the top throughout the whole recording. Don't tell me a player's missing if you see them on the 2K18 list and they're a rookie or a free agent. Like Ersan Ilyasova, he's not missing. He's just not. I mean, he could be missing. I don't know, but he's not on the 2K17 roster. So, anyways, yeah, I would appreciate the help if I accidentally miss someone. So Nick S. and I'll refine this list at the end of the recording or after we're done recording. I don't want to waste anyone's time. All right. Okay. Justin Anderson, did I get him? Yeah, I did. So that's 7 players. So that matches up. Should be good there. Ratings are pretty comparable. Looks like they kept them roughly the same. Let's go ahead to the next team, which would be the Milwaukee Bucks. So I got to go ahead here and change up to Milwaukee. And there we go. The Milwaukee Bucks. So they have Giannis starting out at 90 overall. If we go to the 2K, sorry about the ads. Oh, look at that. A little bit of a difference. Actually underrated in the 2K25 eras. They've got him at a 90. Oh my goodness. Jabari Parker's missing. That's crazy. Or wait, is he missing? Yes, he's missing. Oh my. Okay, this is 2K17. So Chris Middleton, they got an 83 in 2K25, and 2K18 they had an 81. I'm actually surprised. So they underrated Giannis, they overrated Middleton slightly, and then yeah, we're missing Jabari Parker. That's a big name to miss. I actually did not realize that before. Okay, Jabari Parker. Let's get an estimate for how many players they might be missing here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, we are going to have a long list of players. Man. Okay. Back to 2K17 here. They're missing Teletovic. He was like a stretch 4, if you will, back in the 2K17 days. John Henson's there, and pretty comparable rating. Let's do this because I feel like I'm being a little bit disorganized. We're gonna make it more structured. We'll compare the 2K17 ratings, we'll compare the 2K18 ratings, and then we'll look for missing players because I am like all over the place right now. Okay, so Giannis, this was prior to him exploding and being the superstar, so he started in 83. Middleton at an 81. Compared to 2K25's 83. Greg Monroe, right around the same. Jabari Parker's missing. Teletovic is missing. Henson, right around the same. Actually rated a little bit higher in 2K17. He was kind of a role player, if you will. Matthew Dellavedova, higher in 2K17. That's interesting. Michael Beasley, right around the same, 75 to 76. Terrence Jones is missing. Man, that's another guy that was you had as like a bench player, role player in 2K's My Team mode, at least to start the season. Tony Snell. Oh man, Tony Snell's missing. That's a fan favorite right there. The classic 0.0 rebound, 0 assist lineup. Steve Novak, 72 to 71. Spencer Hawes is missing. Jason Terry's missing. Oh wait, no, he's there. He's there. Oh my goodness, I got nervous there. How could you miss the Jet? He's rated roughly the same. Thon McCurr is missing. Where's Malcolm Brogdon? How is Malcolm Brogdon not here? Oh, there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's way towards the top. 70 to a 78. Wow. Okay. And then we go to 2K18s to make that comparison. Same, similar. Yeah, that's how they got Brogdon 78. That makes sense. And then who else? John Henson. Yeah, that now the ratings are starting to match up a little bit. Dellavedova's still not matching up. They rated him lower than what he was rated in 17 and 18. Who else? Jason Terry gave him a little bit of a bump, I guess. And then we gotta scroll down here to get some more players. There you have it. So again, it looks like they're relying more on 2K18 rosters than 2K17 to make that comparison. Now let's document all these missing players, shall we? So we said Teletovic already. Let's go ahead and write Teletovic. Again, I'll refine this the spelling and everything later. We're just trying to mark this quick to save you all some time. Terrence Jones, T. Jones, we got Snell, and then who else? Spencer Hawes is missing. That's another, he's a popular player, or at least to me he was popular. Thon McCurr and who else? Is that it? Is that the whole list? Rashad Vaughn. I didn't see him on here. And again, please correct me if I'm making a mistake. If I missed a player, or if I accidentally wrote down one that shouldn't have been written down. Okay, let's do Rashad Vaughn. Okay. Perfect. Let's bold this. Make it stand out. I thought this list would be pretty short, but I underestimated how many players are missing here. Did I put Jabari Parker down? Yes, I did. Okay, we can move on. Next team on 2K's list, the Chicago Bulls. That one's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see if they got any of the... I mean, they should have Derrick Rose still, right? And, oh, this is the year they had Dwayne Wade and Rondo. Oh, never mind. Yeah, Rose isn't on this roster. Oh, that's wild. Okay, so they have the main three. So that's good. Oh my goodness, come on with these ads. This is ridiculous. Okay. Let's go to 2K17 here. So they got Butler, Wade, Rondo. And then where's Taj Gibson on the 2K17 list? Oh, that's weird. Oh, you know what? I wonder if Gibson was like, if this roster's from like post 2K17 or the end of 2K17 and Taj Gibson got traded maybe. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Hoops Hype is the website I'm using, by the way. So I don't know. Interesting stuff here. Either that or 2K25's got it wrong. Let's keep going. Jimmy Butler, 88 to 90. Dwayne Wade, wow. They gave Dwayne Wade an 82 in 2K25. What was Dwayne Wade in 2K18? Well, Dwayne Wade wasn't on the Bulls in 2K18. So if we go to the Miami, I'm assuming he went... Was that when he went back to Miami? Yeah. Okay, he was an 82 in Miami in 2K18. All right, that makes more sense. Let's go back to the list here. Back to the 2K17 ratings. Jimmy Butler, 88, 90, pretty similar. Dwayne Wade regresses after this season. Rondo, 81. He went down to, he's a 76. So this is This is like assuming the regression's going to happen in the 2K25 Steph era's roster. Poor Chicago Bulls. No chance for a playoff Rondo series. Robin Lopez, 77, pretty comparable. Mirotic is missing. Laverne is missing. Michael Carter-Williams, pretty comparable rating to 2K17. Bobby Portis. Where's Bobby Portis? What in the world? Oh, there's Bobby Portis. Oh, my goodness. 74 to 76. Cameron Payne. Is Cameron Payne missing too? I wonder if these were like partly trades or something. I don't see Cameron Payne there. Anthony Morrow is missing. He was, oh man, Anthony Morrow was like one of the go-tos for like a cheap three-point player, budget player in my team. Denzel Valentine's missing. Jeremy Grant's brother is missing. Isaiah Cannon is missing. Cristiano Felicio is missing. Man, there's so many players missing. A lot of like role player, bench players, but still, that is like half the roster. And it hasn't even been that many years. I mean, I feel like there's more players missing in this era than the LeBron era rosters. It's kind of crazy. So, okay, let's compare the 2K18 ratings first. Now, the team almost, I wouldn't say completely changed, but a lot of changes. So a lot of these players on the 2K17 roster aren't even on the Bulls 2K18 roster. But yeah, Robin Lopez still pretty comparable, and that's, man, yeah, they really had a complete overhaul. That experiment with Butler, Wade, Rondo really did not work out for the Bulls, did it? Okay, let's go ahead and start writing down the list of players that are missing. So can I just copy? Oh gosh, this is not going to work very well. So we got Mirotic, Laverne. I'm spelling that wrong so badly. Let's see. Cameron. Oh yeah, that's the weird thing. Yeah, where's Cameron Payne? I need to put like a question mark by some of these, because Cameron Payne, they have the rights to him. I'm going to put like a question mark in this column here, because that doesn't make sense. He's a current player. He should be there. Morrow. Got Morrow. Who else? Denzel Valentine. Denzel. We got, oh, is it about to go off the screen? Let's see. Grant's, Cannon, basically all the last four of these players. I'm just gonna copy that, and that's gonna look a little goofy. That's okay. We'll delete these and move these guys over. There we go. Does that add up? That's 9 players. Does that add up on this list here? We got, oh, Doug McDermott's here. I thought he got traded. Or maybe he got traded from the Nuggets to the Bulls, maybe. That's what happened. Let's count these out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So if we go back to the 2K17 roster. Oh, goodness. Come on, Hoops. Why you got... Oh, it's because they're tied. Okay, whatever. Okay. I think that pretty much covers it. So we'll go to the next team then, which is the Cleveland Cavaliers. So this is coming off their championship season, where they had the miraculous 3-1 comeback. Let's go over here. NBA 2K17. Of course, we got the big three, LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love. And we can go ahead and compare the... Oh, goodness, I thought I already selected Cleveland. There we go. So, Kyrie's gone after this season, going to Boston. And in return, where's Isaiah Thomas on this list? For the 2K18 list. Oh, my. Hoops Hype, I don't know how... I couldn't find a better source for this information outside of loading up the actual game itself. Let's see. 2K17 ratings is pretty comparable, I would say. Kevin Love's a little bit lower in 2K17 than he is on this roster, but on 2K18's, it's he's 87 as well. Let's keep going down the list. Yes, Andrew Bogut ended up on the Cavs. Now, I don't see him here. The only other place he could be is on the Warriors. So if we went to the Warriors, is he there? Is Bogut available? No. So Bogut, they lost his rights. Either that or they made him a free agent. I'm just going to assume they lost their rights. So Bogut is missing. What else they got going on here? We got Tristan Thompson, comparable rating. J.R. Smith, pretty comparable rating. Channing Frye, pretty comparable rating. 2K17. Richard Jefferson, comparable rating. Chris Anderson is not on the 2K17 list. If I remember correctly, he was signed later in the season, so he might be on the 2K18. I feel like he was just a late pickup for a one-year contract. James Jones, comparable. Mo Williams, missing. Or wait, not missing. He was a late pickup, I think, too. Or he got dropped, one way or the other. What else? Jordan McRae, pretty comparable. Mike Dunleavy, not showing because he was dropped or picked or I can't remember. Traded, I think. Traded would probably be the right word. He might have been part of that Kyrie trade. I can't recall off the top of my head. What else we got going on here? A bunch of fake players. All right, let's look at 2K18's ratings. So LeBron's rating pretty comparable. Kevin Love's exact same. George Hill's not on the roster. Tristan Thompson is a little bit higher rated than he was in 2K18. JR right around the same. I don't see Channing Frye on Hoops Hype's list. Richard Jefferson. Okay, so the roster changed a little bit. And then that's all the main players that would be on both rosters. Okay, so let's start writing players that are missing. We have Andrew Bogut. I don't think we have that many players missing from this roster, by the way. So that's, whoops. We're off screen. There you go. Now you can see it. All right. Bogut's missing, I think. We'll confirm that later. Who else is missing? Darren Williams? Darren Williams. If he's missing from the historic rosters, like he should be there in the LeBron era, Utah Jazz. If he's missing from that, then that's disappointing. All right, so Darren Williams. Who else? Kyle. Wait a minute. Okay, I am looking at 2K17. Kyle Korver's there. I know he's there. He must have joined the roster late. Shumpert. Where's Shumpert? I'm gonna put question marks by these two because I'm questioning it myself. Shumpert's definitely missing though because he's not on the Knicks roster for the 2012 Knicks. All right, who's next? Richard Jefferson is there. We got Channing Frye there. We got, Derek Williams is missing, I think. Yeah, Derek Williams. He was like a highly drafted rookie at some point, but this was his like bench player phase, I believe. Jordan McRae's there. James Jones is there. Kay Felder is missing. Let's go back. Kay Felder. I think that's it. I think that's it for missing players. Yeah, okay. Next roster we got is the Boston Celtics. This is the season Isaiah Thomas just goes nuclear. I believe he was 4th in MVP ratings. So let's go ahead and take a look. In 2K17, he was rated an 85. Let me scroll this up a little bit. 2K17, 85. And let me scroll past all of this. 2K18, he was not on the roster because he was traded for Kyrie Irving. All right, 2K17. Let's take a look. We got Al Horford. We got Avery Bradley. I know is missing. That's one I've heard about. Marcus Smart, pretty comparable. Kelly Olynyk, pretty comparable. It seems like so far most of the player ratings are pretty much on the same level. Even this rookie Jaylen Brown, which I was fully expecting them to give Jaylen Brown like an 80 overall or something ridiculously higher than it should be. But this is pretty accurate. Tyler Zeller, pretty close to the same. Gerald Green, pretty close to the same. Terry Rozier, pretty close to the same. And then we have some auto-generated players. They're missing RJ Hunter, the three-point assassin from, what was it, Georgia State, I believe? Do I have that right? I need to look this up. RJ Hunter. That man could shoot threes lights out. He was insane. He had a nice little March Madness game. He was in the G League for a bit. Yep, Georgia State, 2012 to 2015. James Young from Kentucky, he's missing. He was supposed to be a solid player for the Celtics. Jordan Mickey's missing. Oh my goodness. They got all the young guys that didn't turn into anything missing. So, I mean, at least the players they're missing here are it's not too bad. 2K18 comparisons for the ratings. That's when they got their big three of Kyrie, Gordon Hayward, Al Horford that completely fell apart on opening night when Hayward got hurt. Had that scary injury going for the lob dunk. And I'd say the ratings are pretty comparable here as well. Looks like they got Al Horford's rating more in line with 2K18 than with 2K17. And then, of course, some of these guys weren't on the roster yet. Marcus Smart, seems like they went on the under with him as opposed to making it similar to 2K18. So some of these, it looks like they got in between the 2K17, 2K18 ratings. Some of these, they underrate them. We really haven't seen them overrate players much yet, which is a good thing, at least. I mean, like, they might overrate it for the 2K17 part. Like, they might have them a year ahead of schedule, but it's probably warranted if they had really good stats that year. The only challenge is when you go into my NBA, the other teams know that the player is good, whereas in real life or as in 2K17, no one knew that player was going to be a star player yet. So, like for example, Embiid. Now when you start up an NBA 2K25 era's game, he's already an 86, but back in that year in 2K17, you're making your franchise and Embiid was only a 77. So it makes the trade market a little bit different for him and the trade offers from the CPU teams. Anyways, that being said, let's go ahead and start writing down these Celtics players that are missing. Uh-oh. Did it again. I did it again. I got you guys off screen. Hold up. There we go. So, we know Avery Bradley's missing. Avery Bradley. There we go. Who else? This is 2K17. Is Jay Crowder's not missing? No, he's right there. Marcus Smart's there. Kelly Olynyk's there. Amir Johnson is missing. That guy, he used to play for the Raptors too. Okay. Amir Johnson. Is Tyler Zeller missing? No, Tyler Zeller's there. Gerald Green is there. Where's Jonas Jerebko? He's missing? Oh my goodness, he's a stretch 4 too. Insane. Insane that he's missing. Okay, and then yeah, Jordan Mickey, James Young, RJ Hunter. I'm just gonna copy these, paste these. There you go. Delete, 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 delete. And there it is. Okay. On to the next team. We got the Los Angeles Clippers, and right off the bat, we already know that they are missing none other than Blake Griffin. I don't think this was the year he was traded to the Detroit yet, right? I think there's still a couple more seasons for that, if I remember correctly. I guess we'll find out in a second. Let's go ahead and scroll down. And 2K... Oh no, this might have been the year he was traded. Or next year. Oh wow. 2K17. Let's take a look. So we got Chris Paul, we got DeAndre Jordan, we got JJ Redick, we got Jamal Crawford, all rated around the same. Austin Rivers, rated around the same. Maurice Spates, rated around the same. Raymond Felton, rated around the same. Paul Pierce, around the same. Who in the world is Allen Anderson? Oh, there he is. Wow, I don't even remember him, but he's a real player. And then we have a bunch of auto-generated guys. So they are missing Mbamute, who is a defensive presence back in his playing days. They're missing Raymond. Oh no, Raymond Felton's there. My goodness. They're missing Brandon Bass. He was missing last year in 2K or in the LeBron era for 2K24. So I kind of expected him to be missing still. Wesley Johnson still missing. Bryce Johnson missing, and Diamond Stone, who they had high hopes for him coming from Maryland and didn't really pan out. Okay, so let's go ahead, start writing these guys down. Obviously, Blake Griffin's the big name, but I was kind of disappointed that Wesley Johnson out of Syracuse was not there. So he's still missing. And then who else we got here? Brandon Bass and Mbamute. Bryce Johnson and Diamond Stone. Okay. Not too many names missing for the Clippers. But nonetheless, and then if we look at the 2K18 ratings just real quick, because the roster changed a lot, so I'm not going to take a long look at this. But yeah, it's pretty comparable. Austin, I guess they went with the 2K17 rating more than the 18 one for Austin Rivers. That's probably a fair assessment. Who else? Yeah, I mean, it's almost a completely different roster, so not a lot of these names are going to be the same. 2K17 was kind of the last season, the last hoorah for the Lob City Clippers before they kind of jumped ship and changed things up a bit for themselves. But anyways, all right, Memphis Grizzlies, next team. Let's go ahead, pull up their roster. There you go. More ads in the way. Okay. Marc Gasol, looks like they went more with that 2K18 rating. Let's go through 2K17's first though. Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, a little bit underrated on 2K17 anyways. They inflated their ratings for the Steph era in 2K25. Zach Randolph right around the same. Tony Allen around the same. Vince Carter around the same. Chandler Parsons, where is he on this list? Oh, there he is. Oh, wow. Wow, they bumped down his rating. Who else? Who else do we have here? Troy Daniels, right around the same. I'm surprised they even have Troy Daniels' rights, considering they don't have players like Wesley Johnson. I'm kind of surprised they got Troy Daniels in here, but hey, that's great. Great to see him there. And then a lot of auto-generated players. My goodness. So they are missing, I mean, at least they got the top players, but they are missing Brandon Wright. They're missing, where's JaMychal Green? I thought JaMychal Green, he was a free agent in 2K25's modern era. I'm surprised they don't have him here. They're missing James Ennis, Jarrell Martin, Deontay Davis, Wade Baldwin, Andrew Harrison, the Harrison twins. They're missing the Harrison twins, and they're missing Jordan Adams. And then is there someone else? No. That is it. Okay, wow. Well, that is it. As if like it's not that long of a list. So we got all these names. Oh my goodness. Man, they are missing a lot of players. All right, 2K18, just real quick. So this is where they're matching up their ratings with the 2K18 ratings for Gasol and Conley. And then Chandler Parsons. Yeah, this is where they matched up Chandler Parsons' rating. And that is pretty much it. Man. Oh, there's Bryce Johnson. Or wait, oh no, but Bryce Johnson signed or got traded to the Grizzlies. So sorry, I'm like looking at the Hoops Hype rating roster and not the 2K roster. Okay, wow, a lot of names to document here. This is insane. First off, Brandon Wright. Let's go ahead, get him there. Brandon Wright. Next, JaMychal Green. Surprised he's missing. And then we also got James Ennis missing. Let's go ahead and move move him there. Let's, oh yeah, Grizzlies. And then we got Jarrell Martin and all these other players. Man, that is a long list of players missing. Long list. Whoops. Okay. There we go. Let me bring this down. Okay, next team is going to be the Hawks. And the Hawks, I think, are also missing a key player, if I remember correctly. So let's go ahead and see who that is. Let's go to Atlanta here. I mean, the good thing that most people will care about is that the star players are there and some of the key role players. So it's not the end of the world. But I mean, with Blake Griffin and Andre Iguodala missing and John Wall, I mean and this is the season I think the Wizards had that insane battle with the Boston Celtics in the second round of the Eastern Conference. So kind of sad to see that. Yeah, they're missing Kent Bazemore. I'm kind of surprised his rights weren't acquired. Oh, there's Tiago Splitter. Okay, we can remove him from the list. Where is he at? Where's he at? There we go, all the way at the top. So we can remove Tiago Splitter from this list. He's there. He's just on a different team. So he got traded at some point. That's fine. Kent Bazemore's missing. And then, oh yeah, comparing the ratings, it's pretty similar. They got Dennis Schroeder a little bit higher, probably because that's when he started improving. Oh, really? No. Because that's 2K18's rating. 78, 79. They got him as an 81 in 2K25's Steph era. Okay, that's interesting. What else? Thabo Cephalosha's there. That's a key player from that Thunder team in 2012. Key role player. Missing Kent Bazemore again. Missing Ersan Ilyasova. Jarrett Jack's missing? He's there, right? Is he on the Nets, maybe? Hold on. I thought I saw Jarrett Jack before. I guess not. Okay. Wow. Jarrett Jack's missing. Mike Dunleavy's missing. Mike Muscala is there. And the rating is pretty comparable. Taurean Prince is there. Ratings a little bit higher. Tim Hardaway Jr. Where's Tim Hardaway Jr.? He's here. There he is. 79. Compared to a 71. DeAndre Bembry's missing. Walter is missing. Let's look at the 2K18 ratings. I bet you Tim Hardaway Jr.'s ratings up in 2K18. And you know what? He's probably on the Knicks in 2K18. Let's go ahead and see. Go to 2K. Yep, 80 overall. There you go. That's exactly what happened. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Let's see. So we're back to 2K. Oh, sorry. Back to 2K18 Hawks roster, comparing other players. So there's Taurean Prince. Yeah, they went with some of the 2K18 ratings again for some of these guys. For Dennis Schroeder, they just inflated his rating. Period. Doesn't matter if you look at 17 or 18. And that's pretty much it. So, and they got Chris Humphries in here. So they must have, okay, so the Hoops Hype roster must have him elsewhere. Anyways, okay, let's go ahead and start putting together the list of missing players here. So we are missing Kent Bazemore. And who else? We said we're missing Jarrett Jack. Oh, wait, did we say we're missing Ilyasova? We did say we're missing Ilyasova. I'm really surprised Mike Dunleavy's not there. He must be on a different roster. Mike Dunleavy's missing. Mike Muscala is there. So Dunleavy, Muscala's there. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s there. Taurean Prince is there. It's Bembry and Walter. Okay. And that is it for the Hawks. Again, let me know in the Let me know in the comments There's no comics out here. Let me know in the comments if I'm messing any of this up. Miami Heat. Let's go ahead. Pull that up. And I'll try to remember to put timestamps in this video so you can just skip between the different teams. Okay. You know, I have ad block on, but whatever. Anyways, Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh is there. Hassan Whiteside is there. So I think they probably gave Hassan Whiteside the 2K18 rating. Yeah, they did. Goran Dragic. Oh my goodness, that rating is inflated. Justice Winslow, right around the same. James Johnson, inflated rating. Dion Waiters, inflated rating. Josh Richardson, right around the same. Haslam, right around the same. Lee Mason, these are auto-generated player. Wow. So we're missing Tyler Johnson. He was someone that was he got a big contract at some point, I think from Brooklyn. They're missing Wayne Ellington. He was like a 2K budget player. Josh McRoberts, McBob. Oh my goodness, they're missing him. Come on now. Willie Reed's missing. Luke Babbitt, who's also a three-point shooter. He's missing. Okay, let's look at the 2K18 ratings. Yeah, like I said, Whiteside's right around the same. Dion Waiters. Okay, so they matched up with Dion Waiters' 2K18 rating. What else? What else we got here? Josh Richardson, more in line with the 2K18 rating. All this pretty comparable to 2K17. Justice Winslow matching right up with the 2K18 rating. And then, yeah, next year's the year they got Bam Adebayo in the draft. And that's it. Oh, Jordan Mickey's there. Or wait, no, that's the Hoops Hype roster. Goodness. See, this is why I need y'all to let me know if I accidentally mess one of these guys up and he's actually on the roster. Okay. Let's go back to 2K17 to get the list of players that we are missing. Tyler Johnson, first and foremost, is not appearing on 2K's roster. And then Wayne Ellington, Josh McRoberts, Willie Reed are all missing, and Luke Babbitt. Let's go ahead and put that in there, and then Babbitt. Babbitt was kind of a key guy. Yes, I want to replace the data. Okay. On to the next one. Who do we got next? We got the Charlotte Hornets. Let's go ahead, get them pulled up. Charlotte for 2K18. And okay, I think I knew we were going to be missing him. Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Now, not so much of a big deal that he's missing in this roster, but yeah, he was a top 3 pick, I think, is the same draft that Anthony Davis was in, I believe. Batum is there, Cody Zeller's there. Oh, Marvin Williams is missing. He's also kind of a key guy. Frank Kaminsky's there. That's nice. Frank the Tank. Ramon Sessions is there. Christian Wood is there at a 73 overall. Nice. Roy Hibbert is there. And then, wow, another long list of auto-generated players. You know, it kind of just hurts these teams a lot to not have, I don't know. It kind of hurts the experience. I can't wait for PC modders and for roster creators to put all these teams together with these ratings. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the Hornets on this list. Oh, and real quick, 2K18's roster. This is the next year they got Dwight, but of course he's not going to be on the Steph era roster. So they looks like they went with 2K17 Kemba's rating instead of 2K18. I wanted to give the Hornets a chance to do anything since half their roster's missing. And then, because the Hornets that year, they weren't bad. They were just like a low-tier playoff team. So Batum's ratings comparable, Cody Zeller's ratings comparable, Frank the Tank's ratings comparable, Ramon Sessions' rating. So they went with 2K18 ratings for most of these guys. And then for some of them, they with Kemba, they went with 2K17's rating. Or no, they didn't go 2K17. What am I saying? They just inflated Kemba's ratings. Hey, I mean, look, they needed to make the Hornets competitive somehow, I guess. Okay, so Kid Gilchrist is missing. I'm not spelling that right, am I? No, not at all. Marvin Williams missing. Oh, Jeremy Lamb. Is Jeremy Lamb not there? Oh my goodness. Oh, jeez. Come on now. All right, Marvin Williams, Jeremy Lamb. Let's get Lamb going on there. Plumlee. A Plumlee brother is missing? That can't be true. They got Mason Plumlee's brother missing. Insane. All right. Miles Plumlee. Mason, you got to tell your brother to get on 2K. Who else? We are looking at the Hornets, right? They got Chris Anderson. So, did I put Chris Anderson as missing? No, I did not. Okay, good. Oh wait, no, because yeah, they had Chris Anderson on the Cleveland roster. Okay, let me take a look at this again. Let's see. So we got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist missing, Marvin Williams missing, Vermont Sessions is there, Jeremy Lamb is missing, Frank the Tank is there, Plumlee is missing, Chris Anderson's on a different roster, Brian Roberts is missing. Oh, Marco Bellinelli, that's kind of a big name. All right, who did I just say? Brian Roberts, Bellinelli, Ray McCollum is missing, and the other Harrison brother is missing. So let's go ahead and get those guys copied on there. And then we will move on to the next team. So last but not... Oh, no, and Travion Graham is also most definitely missing. So quite a few players, again, not on the roster as they should be. How many names do we have now? That is, oh my goodness, we're not even halfway through this. 66 players missing so far. Whew. Okay. Utah Jazz coming up next. Let's go ahead, get them loaded up. Who do we think is missing from the Jazz? They'll at least have their main guys, right? They got Gordon Hayward there. They got Rudy Gobert. This is the year Donovan Mitchell's in the upcoming draft, I think. So he's not going to be there yet. And then okay, let's just compare the ratings first. So 2K17 roster, Derek Favors 85. Oh my goodness, he's a 78 in the 2K25 era's roster. Gordon Hayward 88. In 2K17, he's an 84. Rudy Gobert, 81 in 2K17, 88 in the 2K era's roster. Rodney Hood is missing. That's kind of a key player. Joe Johnson is there, 76 compared to his 77. Joe Ingles not showing up on the 2K17 roster, or at least not at the top. Yeah, he's not there. Oh no, he's at the bottom. He's all the way 73 overall compared to 77 in 2K25. Dante Exum, pretty comparable. He was a high-rated pick. Oh, you can't see that. That's off screen. I can't see it either, actually. I don't have my 2K25 screen pulled up. I'm using OBS, by the way. Alec Burks. Alec Burks is there, and that must be the 2K18 rating on 2K25. Boris Diaw, pretty comparable. Trey Lyles, pretty comparable. And then we have our auto-generated players, so they are missing. We already said Rodney Hood. George Hill, I think he's on a different roster. I'm hesitant to put George Hill. Is he on that Bucks roster? Hold on. We can go to all players. We can sort by name. We can start scrolling down. I could have sworn George Hill's there somewhere. They should really have like a player search function when going around the rosters. Let's get all the way down there. I believe George Hill's there. We're almost there. Oh, was that Spencer Hawes? We can remove him from the list. Nope. Fred Hawes, LaFonso Hawes. Those aren't Spencer Hawes. Okay, Hill. Wow, really? George Hill's not there. They even got free agent Kirk Heinrich. They couldn't get George Hill. Wow. Okay. I stand corrected. He's missing. That's unfortunate. Okay. So Jeff Withey's missing. Shelvin Mack is missing. Man, he was on a team recently. Raul Nito's missing. Balamboy's missing. Okay. A lot of missing players again. So Rodney Hood. Whoops. Need to put that there. Jazz. Man. I gotta say, I'm not surprised, but I am disappointed. So far is what I'm saying. Like I guess I'm surprised about Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin was on a cover of 2K. And recently too. They must be a little bit behind. Hopefully they update the roster with his rating, and by they I mean 2K, so that players can use, casual players can access him right away. But I'll be having roster tutorials when a roster is available, so that anyone that doesn't know how to get Blake Griffin, Andre Iguodala, and so on and so forth can get them. And then I will be getting the PC version of the game later this year when it's on discount. Okay, let's see. Joe Ingles there. And then, yeah, Joel Balamboy. And I think that's it. I believe... Oh, wait. Did we get Jeff Withey? Yes, we did. Okay. That should be everyone. And then... Oh, yeah. 2K18 ratings. I keep skipping over them. We saw Gordon Hayward earlier. When we were on the Boston Celtics roster. So, okay, 2K18, that's where Rudy Gobert's rating is more comparable. Same with Joe Ingles. Donovan Mitchell was a rookie. If we go back to Boston, look at Gordon Hayward, 88 overall. Yeah, so they were taking 2K18 ratings for the Utah Jazz. Now, the next team is going to be the Sacramento Kings. And one of my favorite teams to use and play now online back in the 2K17 days, actually. Because I really liked Rudy Gay, using Rudy Gay online. So let's go ahead, start taking a look. This is 2K17. On the left, we got Rudy Gay at an... Wait, where's DeMarcus? Do they not have DeMarcus Cousins? Or wait, yeah, they do. What am I saying? Oh my gosh. Okay. Why does Hoops Hype not have DeMarcus Cousins? That's the real question. Oh, he must have gotten traded. That's probably why they didn't include him. Okay, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. So where did DeMarcus... Was this the year he got traded to New Orleans? Yeah, it was. Okay, so there he is on the New Orleans roster. Hoops Hype's got it weird. They got some players before they got traded. They got some players after they got traded. I'm assuming this is like the end of year rosters for 2K17, but I could be wrong. Okay. So we got Rudy Gay, we got Tyreek Evans. Tyreek Evans is missing? Really? We sure about that? I thought I saw him on like the Charlotte roster or something earlier, right? Oh, say hello to my cat, everyone. Let's see. Where's goodness? I thought I saw Tyreek Evans earlier. Oh, wait, maybe on the Grizzlies? No. Where's Tyreek Evans? Okay, well, we're gonna mark him down as he shouldn't be missing. He was on the LeBron era roster last year. Am I really gonna go out of my way to search him up right now? He'd be towards the top of this overall rankings, right? So we don't have to search alphabetical names or anything. I think. Could be wrong. Yeah, maybe I should be searching alphabetical names here. Let's go down to Evans and see where he's at. I could have sworn he's on the rosters. Oh, hold on. I think we skipped him. And yeah. Yeah, okay, Pelicans. He's on the Pelicans. All right. He's there. 77 overall. Hoops Hype's got him on the Kings. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like all backwards. Okay. So that must have been his return to the Kings. All right, let's look at the other names. Darren Collison, pretty comparable. Ty Lawson, they got him rated higher in 2K25. That's an interesting choice. Aaron Aflalo, a bit underrated. Garrett Temple, right around the same. Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes is not showing up on the Hoops Hype 2K17 roster. Anthony Tolliver, around the same. Omri Caspi. Oh, man. Gotta love Omri Caspi. Great three-point shooter. And then they have a bunch of auto-generated guys. Okay. Let's go ahead and start marking down. Now, man, this is what I'm saying. It's saying players are missing, but actually, like, for example, Tyreke Evans is just on the Pelicans roster, and Hoops Hype has it a little bit off. But I do know for a fact that Kufis is missing. I know for a fact. And then Ben McLemore and Willie Cauley-Stein and Langston Galloway. I know those guys are missing too. Or at least I'm pretty confident. I feel like I can confidently say they're missing. I will go ahead and try to verify all these names myself later as well. But yeah, just for now, throwing this out there. Yeah, and then we have some more bench players below Anthony Tolliver that I believe are also not in the game. So we'll go ahead, put them there, and that should just about do it. The thing that kind of sucks is, you know, not a lot of guys missing, but look, it would be appreciated if perhaps they like had, you know, I understand why they're not doing it because they don't want to get sued, but if they like had decent ratings for some of these auto-generated guys, so at least you have like a playable team. But yeah, anyways, 2K18 ratings, sorry, I keep forgetting to compare 2K18, but the team was completely different in 2K18, so we're not going to see everyone. Who are we missing? See, we're missing a lot of guys here. Let's see. So Zach Randolph was on the Kings in 2K18. That's what I'm saying. Like they completely revamped the roster. They got Bruno Caboclo in 2K18. I bet Bruno Caboclo's not even in. I bet he's not on the Raptors roster when we get there. Okay, next up, New York Knicks. Let's go ahead and pull them up. And I am willing to bet there's probably going to be a big name off of there as well. But at least they got the main three guys. They got the main three. Okay. So Porzingis is there. Carmelo is there. Derrick Rose is there. Sorry, I'm on 2K18's roster. There we go. Willie Hernan Gomez got a huge bump. This must be his 2K18 rating. We'll look in a second. Joakim Noah's there. Kyle O'Quinn is missing. Brandon Jennings is there. Courtney Lee's also. Courtney Lee was a good three-point player, 3-and-D guy. Kyle O'Quinn was like the backup big. Or no, did he? Well, no. I think he started some games. Sasha Vujacic is there, and then yeah, a whole bunch. So they're missing. Man, they're missing fan favorite Lance Thomas. They're missing Lance Thomas. I don't know who Kuzminskas is. I don't remember him any. I don't ever remember using him in 2K17. They're missing another Plumlee brother. Let's look at 2K18. 2K18, they had a whole different roster. Oh, there's Jared Jack's on the Hoops Hype roster, not on the 2K roster. Yeah, so this is when Carmelo was on a different team. So yeah, they went more with 2K18's rating for Porzingis, and then for Willie Hernan Gomez. Where's Willie? Oh, he's not on the 2K18 Knicks roster. I don't know where Willie went, but I'm assuming they went with Willie Hernan Gomez's 2K18 rating instead of, because 2K17 he was rated a 69. So. Okay, time to record missing players. So Kyle O'Quinn is missing. Let's go ahead, add him. And then fan favorite Lance Thomas. Oh, Courtney Lee. Courtney Lee, cannot forget Courtney Lee. He's kind of a big deal. Courtney Lee is missing. We got these two guys missing. Yeah, kind of sad Lance Thomas isn't in the game. It's kind of a big deal for him even making an NBA roster. And then being a key contributor, too, is pretty nice to see. Missing role player number 1 and missing a Plumlee brother role player, bench player number 2. And there you have it. There's all the missing Knicks players. Okay, next roster, Los Angeles Lakers. It'd be kind of this is what the season after Kobe retired. So the Lakers probably not too relevant anymore. Let's go ahead and keep scrolling down here. All these ads. Okay. Wow. Really? I can't believe they underrated Brandon Ingram on 2K25's roster. So D'Lo's right around the same. Lou Williams, I think he got traded to the Clippers or something at some point. Julius Randle right around the same. Jordan Clarkson right around the same. Larry Nance Jr. right around the same. Brandon Ingram severely underrated. This was the year Zubac got traded to the Clippers too. Timothy Mozgov. He's not there. The overpaid Timothy Mozgov. They got the overpaid Luol Deng. And they got him. That's definitely his 2K18 rating. Jose Calderon is not on the Hoops Hype roster. Oh, there's Zubac. Oh my goodness. 67 to a 75. Look at that. Meta World Peace. And then they got a whole bunch of missing players. So let's go ahead, kind of review these here. So D'Lo, Lou Williams, Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson. Who's our first missing player? Oh, let's look at 2K18's roster. Isaiah Thomas. Wait a minute. Why is Isaiah Thomas? Oh yeah, he was on the Lakers, and that's right. He only spent 1 year on the. He got traded or something, right? I forget what happened exactly. Yeah, this is where Zubac's rating is matching up. Is 2K18's rating. And then where in the world? Luol Deng. Yeah, they used 2K18's rating for Luol Deng. Okay. Back to 2K17. Who is potentially missing? Mozgov is missing. Now, I could have sworn I saw E on this. Oh, jeez. Okay. Timothy Mozgov. Corey Brewer's not missing. Corey Brewer's definitely. I could have sworn. I think Corey Brewer's going to be on a different roster. Maybe the Rockets. Hold on. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he's not missing. See, that's where we got to be careful because Hoops Hype. It's the time at which I don't think Hoops Hype's rosters are from preseason. So yeah, they got Nick Young. They got Tyler Ennis. Now Tyler Ennis might actually be missing, or he's on the Rockets roster. I don't see him on the Rockets roster. We'll mark him as missing for now. And then yeah, a lot of those players at the bottom are going to be missing. So I think they got the most of them though. I think they got most of them. So let me go ahead, copy some of these names. Let's see, Tyler Ennis. There we go. All right. That should be it for missing players on the Lakers. Not too many. They made sure to get, I mean, you know, most of those guys are current players anyways because they're all young. So it makes sense. All right, next team is the Magic. And this is, it's still post Dwight Howard Magic, pre doing anything productive Magic, I believe. They got Vucevic. They got Evan Fournier. Oh, interesting. Oh, there's Aaron Gordon. Okay, let's compare to this 2K17 ratings for the Magic. Vucevic, comparable rating. Aaron Gordon, a little bit higher. Evan Fournier, a little bit lower, but comparable. Jody Meeks. Jody Meeks is around the same. Biyombo is around... Wow, they used 2K18's rating. They must have used 2K18's rating for Biyombo. Yep, they did. Poor Biyombo. Okay. Oh, they got CJ Watson. Nice. Like CJ Watson. They got DJ Augustine. They got Jeff Green. And they got Jeff Green's 2K18 rating for whatever reason. And then they got a bunch of generated players. Well, hold on. Terrence Ross is on a different roster because I saw him earlier. So he's not missing. But Mario Hezonja is definitely missing. The LeBron stopper, for anyone that remembers that. Okay. So let's mark these guys down. So they're, oh, and 2K18 ratings we can compare. Aaron Gordon right around the same. Evan Fournier right around the same. And yeah, that's where DJ Augustine and Biyombo's ratings come from, is 2K18. Same with CJ Watson. There you go. Okay, let's go ahead and mark the missing players real quick. We got, oh, Elfrid Payton's missing. Oh my, that's kind of a big name. He had that haircut. It was notorious for having the hair blocking his line of vision. Okay, Mario Hezonja, let's put him there. Who else? Just a bunch of role players at the bottom of the roster, right? And these guys would have been rated around 67, 66 anyways, so it doesn't really hurt anything, thankfully. Okay. Who's next? We have the Dallas Mavericks. Let's go. Okay. My favorite team, Dallas. So they got Dirk in here. Oh, they're definitely using 2K18's Dirk rating. Yup, they are. Okay, let's go down the 2K17 list first. So Dirk is a bit underrated. They got Harrison Barnes right around the same. Wesley Matthews, they got a bit lower. JJ Barea, they got right around the same. Dwight Powell, they got right around the same. Mejri's not on the roster. Devin Harris, right around the same. They don't have Seth Curry listed, but I believe he's right around this. Oh yeah, they do. They have him higher. Wow. Okay. Quincy Acy appears to be missing. We'll mark him down. Dorian Finney-Smith's not even showing up on the Hoops Hype roster. The disrespect. AJ Hammonds from Purdue. It's the team I root for my university. Wow. I can't believe AJ Hammonds is missing. Fun fact about AJ Hammonds: he's getting the complaints from neighbors. There's a news story about recently. He was living in Indianapolis and ended up selling his house. He got busted for having huge house parties. This is post-playing days, by the way. I don't think AJ Hammonds has played professional basketball for a few years. He's just kind of living off whatever dough he had made, whatever bag he had acquired during his playing days. So that's fun. Okay, back to business here. Let's put the Mavs in, and they are missing. Oh, 2K18 ratings. I keep forgetting. Okay. So they have Harrison Barnes and Dirk's 2K18 ratings in there. What else? Who else? Wesley Matthews, pretty comparable. This is where they got Seth Curry's rating. It's where they got JJ Barea's rating. It's where they got, I guess they overrated Dwight Powell a little bit. Oh, and then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty comparable. So, all right. Nerlens Noel is missing, and he was just a free agent last year, so they must have just missed the window to get his rights. I'm sure he'll be back in the game probably. We said Mejri's missing. We said Quincy Acy, AJ Hammonds, and Gibson are missing. So we'll go ahead and write them down. Let's go. Oops, don't want to do that. Okay, Quincy Acey, AJ Hammonds, Gibson. Again, let me know in the comments if I mess any of this up. Trying to get the full list of names here. Next team, the Brooklyn Nets. So I already know all their players are missing. If you watched my rebuild video for the Brooklyn Nets Steph era team, I identified this as the worst team in the Steph era as far as ratings go. Well, and they were the worst team that season, so it all kind of matches up. But let's go to the Brooklyn Nets roster on Hoops Hype. They should be missing a ton of players. Yeah, so they got Brook Lopez there. So comparable rating for Scola. They got Trevor Booker a bit higher. They have Bogdanovich is on a different roster, I believe, compared to Hoops Hype. If we look at 2K18, I forget what team he was on. He got traded at some point. Karis LeVert, comparable. Joe Harris, comparable. And then we begin the long list of auto-generated players. So they are missing. I know they're missing Vasquez because he was missing from the LeBron era roster. But yeah, it's a disappointing long list. So missing. Oh, and then 18 ratings. Just real quick. This is when they got D'Lo. They traded for him. So the Lakers got Brook Lopez, if I remember correctly. This is where Jeremy Lin's rating comes from, where Karis LeVert's elevated rating comes from. And yeah, there you have it. So let's go back to 2K17. And Andrew Nicholson is missing. And then who else? Oh my goodness. Too many players. I'll tell you what. So we got these three guys. Rondé Hollis Jefferson was one of their top players, and he's gone. Vasquez was a key role player as a point guard. Oops, I did not mean to open Word. Good thing you can't see any file names or anything. Okay. Let's go ahead. Sean Kilpatrick is missing. Randy Foye. Anthony Bennett's not there. How can you have historic 2K rosters and not have Anthony Bennett? He's got to be on a different team or a free agent. There's no way he's missing. We're missing basically the rest of this roster. Spencer Dinwiddie was a free agent, I believe. So that's why he's not showing up. But yeah, basically from Sean Kilpatrick all the way down to KJ McDaniels, I don't see any of those guys on the Era's roster. Long list of names. Yeah, the Nets got some of the most misses there. They got 10 guys missing. That's disappointing. So they really have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 of the whatever it is, 14, 15, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so there's a chance that some of these guys on the Hoops Hype roster are actually on a different roster. So we'll try to keep our eye out. Like Anthony Bennett, we'll definitely be keeping our eye out for. On to the next one. I know Jokic is overrated compared to what he was in 17. I already know it. We go to Denver. 2K17, Jokic was a 79 overall. Gary Harris was also lower, 76. Gallinari, right around the same at an 80. Wilson Chandler, right around the same, a little bit higher, I guess, in 25. Kenneth Faried, right around the same. Nurkic, I don't know why Nurkic isn't showing up on Hoops Hype. Oh, he must have gotten traded there. Jamal Murray, around the same. Jameer Nelson is available, and he's right around the same. Emmanuel Mudiay, he's not on the roster because he was on... Oh, no, there he is. Quite a bit lower, so they went with his 2K18 rating. Mike Miller, right around the same. Malik Beasley, right around the same. And then they got Juan Hernan Gomez. He should be there. He should be on the roster. I'd be surprised if he's not somewhere else, but we'll list him anyways, just in case. 2K18. We got Yeah, there's where they got Jokic's rating from, is 2K18. So there you have it. And then, yeah, same with Gary Harris. That's where they got his rating from. Yeah, so that's where they got Jamal Murray's rating from. Makes sense. Okay, let's go ahead and see who's missing here from 2K17. We're missing Mason Plumlee's not missing. He's just got to be on a different roster. I'm not even going to mark Mason Plumlee as missing because he's on a current roster. There's no way he'd be missing from the Arrows roster. That doesn't make sense. But they are missing. Where's Will Barton? Really? Isn't Will Barton also on a current roster? I don't know. I want to mark Will Barton. Let's go back to the free agents. I don't think Will Barton's missing. Sort by name, because it'll be quick to get to Barton here on this list. What? No way. Oh, I can't believe it. Really? He was just on a current roster. Okay. Well, Will Barton he's not there. Will Barton's missing, so let's go ahead and add him. I'm pretty certain Plumlee's there, so I'm not going to mark him. Darrell Arthur is missing. Roy Hibbert's on the Charlotte roster, so we're not going to mark. Is he listed twice? Come on, Hoops Hype. Hold on. If we go back to Charlotte. Okay, no, he's not. All right. I spoke too soon. But Roy Hibbert's on the Charlotte roster, so that's fine. Maurice Williams is missing. And then we got Alonzo G. I liked him in 2K11. He had a nice dunk animations and dunk rating. Alonzo G and Juan Hernan Gomez. The Nuggets aren't missing a whole lot of players. That's nice to see. Okay, so we got them added. Man, this is going to be a much longer video than I thought. There's a lot more names to go through. This is insane. Indiana Pacers, step on down. Let's come on, Indiana. What do we got? What do we got here? Oh my goodness, you're missing Lance Stevenson. What? Oh, we can't. No. Come on, you can't leave Lance Stevenson off the list. Oops, spelled that wrong at the end there. Okay. Man, they're missing Lance Stevenson. Okay, we got Thaddeus Young, Jeff Teague. Pretty comparable ratings, I would say. Miles Turner, they got a little bit higher. They got Monte Ellis in the game, a bit lower. They're missing CJ Miles. CJ Miles I liked using him in 2K14's My Team mode as a budget player. Rodney Stuckey right around the same. Glenn Robinson the third, a little bit higher. Aaron Brooks is available, and I don't see him on the Hoop Pipe roster. Okay, and so they're missing. Oh, they're missing the dunk contest champ. Was he a champion or was he a runner-up? They're missing the dunk contest participant, Jeremy Evans. He had an insane posterizing slam full court in one of his games. He got the steal and the dunk. It was crazy. They're missing Lavoy Allen. They're missing Joseph Young. So they're missing a few guys, but they're not missing any big names. Oh, and Al Jefferson. Yeah, that's right. Al Jefferson was missing in the LeBron era roster last year. Okay. So quite a few names, actually, because Al Jefferson's kind of a big deal. Let's look at the 2K18 ratings real quick. Paul George is gone at this point. Miles Turner, wow, so they underrated him. They went in the middle of 17 and 18. What is up with Miles Turner's hair? What's going on there, 2K? It's glitching through his head. That's kind of goofy looking. Thaddeus Young right around the same. Yeah. Everything else pretty comparable. Okay, let's go back 2K17 here. Pacers, who do we got missing again? So we got Lance Stevenson missing. We got Big Jefferson missing. And we got CJ Miles missing. And then a bunch of Bunch of role players missing. Jeremy Evans and Raheem Christmas. Oh, and Lavoy Allen. Whoops. Missed Lavoy Allen there. Sorry, Lavoy. Okay. Raheem Christmas. Okay. I think that's it for the Pacers. On to the next team, Pelicans. This is the year they traded for none other than DeMarcus Cousins. So their team's going to look a little bit different from the Hoops Hype roster because Hoops Hype has him on the team already. Anthony Davis listed at a 94, so that must be a 2K18 rating. Drew Holiday right around the same. Buddy Hield, pretty sure is on a different roster. Tyreek Evans on a different, he's on the Hoops Hype Kings roster. Omer Ashik, right around the same. They're missing Quincy Pondexter. Dante Cunningham is there. He's right around the same. Alexis Ajinça is right around the same. Etuan Moore from Purdue is missing. Was it Mationis? I can't remember how to pronounce his name. He's missing. And then they got Solomon Hill was kind of a role player. He's missing unless he's on the Pacers one, but I don't think we saw him because he played for the Pacers. Yeah, he's not there. Who else is missing? Tim Frazier, Diallo. Diallo should be on here. Hollis Thompson's missing. Okay, decent number of names. Let's look at 2K18's roster real quick just to compare. There's Anthony Davis is 94, so that's where it matches up. And then there's Drew Holiday. So, okay, cool. Let's go ahead, list the long list of names. What did we say? Quincy Pondexter is missing from the roster. Let's put Pelicans. And then, who else? Solomon Hill, missing. Hollis Thompson, missing. Tim Frazier, Diallo. I feel like Diallo's there. I could be wrong, but on a different roster maybe. Is that it? Did I get everyone? I think I got everyone. Oh, did I not put Solomon Hill? No, I put Solomon Hill. Oh, I didn't put... Oh my goodness. I should have just taken the whole list of those names. Let's move these guys down. Oh my. Come on now. There we go. Decent number of names missing. Next team, Detroit Pistons. I still can't believe they're missing Blake Griffin. That's actually insane. The timing and everything. Okay, Andre Drummond right around the same. Reggie Jackson. Wow, they have Reggie Jackson a little bit lower. That's kind of surprising. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope right around the same. Tobias Harris right around the same. Marcus Morris around the same. Where's Ish Smith, the journeyman? He's not missing, right? He's probably just on a different team. I'm putting a question mark next to Ish Smith. I don't believe he's actually missing. They got Boban. Boban's right around the same. Oh, they got Beno Udrih this year. Did they have him last year? I didn't think they did. Oh, and they were missing Aaron Baines last year, I think. So that's nice to see. Aaron Baines is back. They got Reggie Bullock around the same. And then they're missing some bench players. Oh, and they're missing John Lure. Okay. Compared to 2K18, that's when they got Blake Griffin. Yeah, that's where Andre Drummond's comparable. Reggie Jackson's more comparable. And oh yeah, Caldwell Pope's gone at this point. Ben Udrih. Okay. Yeah, so anyways. They're missing Ish Smith. That's wild. At least it looks like they're missing Ish Smith because he's on 2K18's roster as well. And they're missing Stanley Johnson? Huh. I would have thought he'd be available too. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just getting old. That's why I feel like they're missing guys that I feel like should be there. Because I feel like it's not that long ago, but it was 8 years ago. 8 years ago now. It's not even 7. It's 8. It's 8 years ago. Oh my goodness. Doesn't feel like it's been 8 years. That's for sure. Kind of wild to call this a historic roster in my mind. All right. Pistons. There you have it. Next roster, the Toronto Raptors. I know we're missing at least one player, so we'll just put the name there. Toronto. There you go. And give me a second to take a drink of water because, my goodness, I am... Whew, like I said, this is taking... We're almost 2 hours in. I guess not 2 hours in, but like an hour and a half. Okay. 2K17-18 roster. There we go. DeMar DeRozan a little bit higher in 2K25. Lowry a bit higher. So if you watch the Nets rebuild, the Raptors are pretty good in the simulation. They got Jonas Valanciunas. Jared Sullinger is there. He's not on the Hoops Hype list. Corey Joseph right around the same. Oh, there's Terrence Ross. Did we mark Terrence Ross as missing earlier? I thought we marked him as missing. I don't see him. Maybe I was smart and left him off. Yeah, I left him off. Good. Good on me. Good on me. Okay. Patrick Patterson's missing. Damari Carroll is right there, and he is right around the same. PJ Tucker, I thought I saw PJ Tucker earlier on a different roster. Maybe the Rockets. Maybe. Or maybe the Sixers. I feel like PJ Tucker is somewhere. Because he's a current player. Okay, well, or wait, maybe it's the Clippers. I mean, he's been on so many teams. Or maybe it was the Heat. Where's PJ Tucker? I don't see him. Okay, interesting. We're gonna leave him off for now. I'll put a question mark by it. I don't feel like he's missing. I feel like he's just on a different team. They got Siakam. They got Patrick Patterson in here. They got Jakob Poeltl in here. They got Fred Van Fleet in here. They got DeLon Wright. Why is Fred Van Fleet not on the Hoops Hype roster? Come on now. So yeah, not a lot of guys missing. They are missing the guy that's 2 years away from being 2 years away, in Bruno Caboclo. Does anyone know that reference anymore? Is that how old I'm getting? Where's Serge Ibaka? Oh yeah, that's right. That's another big name that's missing. Serge Ibaka is not there. That's kind of a key guy. Okay, let's look at 2K18's ratings. Wow, they just inflated. They basically just inflated DeRozan and Lowry's ratings, not based on the previous 17 or 18 roster. Wow. Okay. And then everyone else is pretty similar to... It's either 17 or 18 that they're going with. Okay. Let's see who else is missing. So I'm putting PJ Tucker with a question mark because I don't think he's missing. But we just got to identify him just in case. Damari Carroll is there. Patrick Patterson's there. Norman Powell's there. Jakob Poeltl is there, I believe. Yeah, DeLon Wright's there. So we're missing... Yeah, not a lot of guys missing from the Raptors. But Serge Ibaka is kind of a big deal. Uh-oh, I did it again. How do I keep opening up Word? Okay. There we go. So we're putting a question mark by PJ Tucker's name because I'm not fully convinced he's missing. On to the next one, the Toronto Raptors, or not the Toronto Raptors, the Houston Rockets. I think we're getting close to the tail end of this list, right? We gotta be more than halfway there at this point. Yeah, we gotta be more than halfway there. Okay. Rockets. There's always at least one guy missing, so got to be prepared. And in this case, it's Ryan Anderson, it looks like, who's a stretch big. So James Harden's a bit overrated. Clint Capella is a little bit overrated. Patrick Beverley is a little bit overrated. Eric Gordon a little bit overrated. Ariza is right around the same. Nene is around the same. Corey Brewer's on a different roster for Hoops Hype. So I have nothing to... I'm not... Oh, KJ McDaniels. We marked him as missing earlier. Let's go ahead and remove him from the list. There it is. Get him off the list. There we go. And then go back here. That's when we start having Huertas is missing. Pablo Prigioni. He's an assistant coach on the Knicks. How do they not have his rights? Or maybe wasn't the Knicks or a... He's an assistant coach somewhere. How do they not have his rights? Montrezl Harrell missing somehow. I mean, he's been off the NBA for a couple years, but he's missing. Sam Decker's missing. Wow. Okay. I'm kind of surprised that Prigioni's not there. And then we look at 2K18, and that's where Harden's rating is coming from. That's where Clint Capella's rating is coming from. And Patrick Beverley's on a different team, but I assume he's rated higher on that different team. So, yeah, it looks like they once again took from 2K18. Okay. So, James Harden. Oh, wait, hold on. Who's missing? Ryan Anderson. Big name. Ryan Anderson is missing. Lou Williams. I thought he was on a different team. Hold on. Go to the Clippers real quick. No. You tell me Lou Williams isn't... No way. I'm putting a question mark by Lou Williams. I don't believe he's truly gone. I feel like we saw him earlier, but I forget. Okay. Oh, maybe the Lakers. Yeah, there's Lou Williams. Okay. Well, delete. Back to Hoops Hype. It'd be funny if Beverly's missing, but he's not. He's right there. Okay. Eric Gordon is there. Ariza's there. Nene's there. And then we are missing Huertas. We're basically missing the whole bottom half of this list. Okay. Next team is the San Antonio Spurs. And there was Gary Neal the one that's missing from this list? Is he still on the Spurs at this point in his career? I can't remember. He was kind of a big deal in the 2014 finals, right? Gary Neal's not on the team anymore, though, at this point. So, Kawhi, a little bit overrated. LaMarcus Aldridge around the same. Paul Gasol, a little bit lower. They got Tony Parker, and he's a little bit lower than I would have expected. Manu's a little bit lower than I would have expected. Patty Mills, right around the same. Danny Green, right around the same. Kyle Anderson, right around the same. DeJounte Murray, around the same. Bertans, around the same. And then we're missing guys that, to be honest, it doesn't make the team unplayable. It makes sense. Although David Lee missing is kind of unfortunate. More unfortunate for the LeBron era than for the Steph era. He was missing last year too. If we look at 2K18's ratings, there's where Kawhi's 95 comes from, and that's where some of these lower ratings for players like Tony Parker and Manu are coming from. So there you go. All right, time to list the missing players. Again, it looks like it is David Lee is player number 1, so that's good. At least with the players they're missing, it's not too bad. Who else? Dwayne Dedman, Kyle Anderson. I'm just gonna start copying. It's just easier to copy these names. Jonathan Simmons, and then the guy at the bottom I've never heard of. I don't even remember him being on a roster in 2K17. quite honestly. So the Spurs are one of the more well put together rosters without many missing players. So next team is the Phoenix Suns. Okay, scroll up. Phoenix Suns. And I don't think... Oh, he is... Okay, Eric Bledsoe is there on the Hoops Hype roster at the top here, as you can see. Devin Booker. Oh, they're missing Brandon Knight. Brandon Knight? What? That's kind of a big name. Wow. Kind of surprised by that one. All right, Brandon Knight's missing. Jared Sullinger's on the Raptors roster, in the Eras roster, so that's okay. Who else? We got TJ Warren. Okay, so comparing the ratings, Devin Booker's a little bit higher on the 2K25 Eras roster than on 2K17. TJ Warren around the same. Jared Dudley a little bit lower. Okay. Alex Len around the same. Tyson Chandler, I believe. Oh yeah, he's a little bit higher. There's PJ Tucker. I knew it. I knew PJ Tucker wasn't missing. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. Back to the list here. Mike Scott is missing. That does not surprise me. Let's see. Leandro Barbosa is there. That's good to see. Derek Jones Jr. I didn't even realize he was on a roster. Okay. And then a bunch of missing names. Now, Chris Humphries. I thought we saw Chris Humphries earlier. Either on the Nets or on the Hawks. He's not on the Nets. Maybe the Hawks or the Lakers. Chris Humphries, anywhere? I thought I saw him earlier. There he is on the Hawks. Okay, so he can stay. He's not going to be added to our list of missing players, but Dragan Bender's missing. Ah, come on now. We got a long list. Okay, compare the 2K18 ratings first, real quick here. That's where Devin Booker's... They went between 17 and 18, so they didn't go quite up to 18s, but they got it in the middle. And other than that, yeah, everyone's pretty comparable. They didn't change around a whole lot from 17 to 18. So they just inflated Alex Len's rating. Oh no, they used 17's Alex Len's rating. Seems like 2K is very subjective for this 2K25 Eras. Sometimes they go with the 17 rating, sometimes they go with the 18 rating, and sometimes they're going in the middle or just completely overrating the player. So it seems very subjective, which I would expect it to be, but I don't know. They're not very consistent as far as like, do we want to go with the 17 rating or the 18 rating? All right, so missing players. Alex Len's there, Dudley's there, PJ Tucker's there. So we're missing Mike Scott. Again, not really surprised by that, to be honest with you. Whoopsies. Oh my goodness. Okay, what's going on? Stop it. Stop it. No, I don't want to. Oh my goodness. Get me out of there. I click one wrong button and we go nuts. Okay. Dragan Bender and all these other guys are missing. And that will be it. So replace them. Again, not really surprised. On to the next roster. It's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oh, that's an exciting one. This is post KD Oklahoma City Thunder. The I'ma do everything on the team Oklahoma City Thunder Russell Westbrook era. All right. So they got Westbrook's, I don't know what Westbrook, they just overrated Westbrook because 17 he's a 93, 18 he's a 94, and in the 2K25 Eras they got him at a 96. They got Steven Adams Oladipo right around the same as 17, Andre Roberson a little bit higher than 17. Sabonis, I knew they were going to slightly inflate Sabonis's rating. Oh, there's Anthony Morrow. Nice. Okay. Anthony Morrow, we marked him earlier as not available, so let's go ahead, delete that. Nice. Very nice. Love to see that. Okay. So Anthony Morrow's there. Enes Kanter, nowhere to be seen. Not surprised by that. Andre Roberson missing. Okay, Doug McDermott. I thought we saw him earlier on a different roster. The Bulls, right? I think McDermott was on the Bulls roster. And yeah, there he is. Okay. Just had to confirm that. Let's go back. Oklahoma City Thunder. Nick Collison's there. Jeremy Grant. I know he's somewhere. I don't think he's on the Thunder roster, but I know Jeremy Grant's in the game because I saw him earlier. He was in our rebuild for the Nets Steph era. Kyle Singler's missing. Alex Abrinas is missing. A couple other guys at the bottom missing. But yeah, okay. So Sabonis' rating, they inflated slightly. Let's look at 2K18's ratings. And yeah, that's the year they had Westbrook, George, and Anthony. There's Steven Adams. Oh, they went a little under on Steven Adams, and Oladipo's on a different roster in 2K18. Sabonis in 2K18 is they don't even because he'd be on the Pacers in 2K18, right? Because he was part of that trade for Paul George. So if we go to Indiana's 2K18 roster, Sabonis is a 73. So, pretty comparable. Yeah. Everything else looking solid. So, alright. Start listing the missing players. Again, I already said Enes Kanter is not there. And then who else? Kyle Singler's not there. And these three guys. And that's that. So, all in all, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay. On to the next team. Minnesota, the Timberwolves. Let's get them pulled up here. We are definitely towards the tail end at this point. So this is the era where they had Towns, Wiggins, and Levine. Nice. All right, start comparing the ratings. Pretty much the same for Towns and Wiggins and Levine. Rubio a little bit higher. They got Gorgie Jang is a little around the same. Chris Dunn lower than because in 2K17 he was like a top-rated rookie, I think. So they had high expectations for him, and he turned out to be sort of a bust. Tyus Jones, oh wow, he's a 71 in 2K17. Who else? Brandon Rush. I don't think Brandon Rush was in the game last year. I could be wrong. I don't think he was, though. Neither was Jordan Hill, so it's nice that they added them. And they got them a bit underrated. Nikola Pekovic is missing. He was missing last year, too, in the 2K, in the LeBron era roster. Shabazz Muhammad is missing. Omri Caspi's on a different roster. And they're missing a couple other players. Okay. Oh, U.S. politician Adrian Payne is missing from 2K25. There you go. Okay, so let's go ahead, compare to 2K18. That's when they had Jimmy Butler on the team. So Towns is kind of in between 2K17-18 ratings. Wiggins is more towards the 2K18 rating. And Gorgie Jang is around 2K18 rating. All right, let's start listing the missing players. So Pekovic, top of the list. And for that being top of the list, that's not too bad for the Steph era. For the LeBron era, it's a bit disappointing. Where is Kevin Garnett? Was he a late signing or something? That's weird. Where's Garnett? Hold up. We gotta take a look at this. I mean, he's gotta be a free agent, right? Gotta be a free agent. We gotta sort this by name. I wish there was a faster way to get down to the level G on this list. All right, come on. Almost there. There we go. There we go. Don't tell me Garnett's missing. What? They've got his rights still, right? No way. Okay, well, Garnett's missing from the team somehow. I don't know if they just forgot him or what. That's crazy. Okay. Garnett is... I guess we're going to list Kevin Garnett as missing for the time being. I can't believe it. And then who else? Who else we got missing? Cole Aldrich, he was missing last year. He's missing again this year. Missing from the LeBron era roster, mind you. Shabazz Muhammad missing. Caspi's just on a different team. So let's get them moved over. I forget how to pronounce his name. He's missing. And then Adrian Payne is missing. Whoops. That's not where I want that. Adrian Payne. Missing. Okay. Let's see. We're almost to the end. Stick with me here. Trailblazers. That's an exciting team. This is getting close to the time where they were able to make the conference finals. I forget what year exact. Was that 18? I think it was 2018 they did that, right? Okay. Let's take a look. Dame, they have in 2K17 is 89 and 2K25 is a 90. CJ McCollum a little bit higher. Oh, there's Mason Plumlee. Told you he wasn't missing. Festus Ezeli right around the same. Evan Turner a little bit lower. Pat Connaughton a bit higher. And then, wow, they have a ton of names missing. They're missing Ed Davis and Al-Farouq Aminu. Those are big names. Nurkic is on a different roster. Ellen Crabb is missing. Myers Leonard is... That doesn't surprise me. He's missing. Mo Harkless missing. Noah Vonleh's missing. Shabazz Napier's missing. Jake Layman. Man, those are kind of some key guys on this team. And then if we look at 2K18's ratings, so they just kind of inflated Dame's rating, I guess. CJ McCollum is between 17, 18. And Evan Turner's going on 18. Pat Connaughton is on a... Oh, he's just inflated. His rating's inflated. That's pretty much it. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 players for the Blazers. Only 6. I can't believe it. That's crazy. They're missing so many guys. That's kind of disappointing. Okay. Let's go ahead. Add in Aminu. Who else is basically this whole list outside of Pat Connaughton. And then Jake Layman. Wow. Can't believe it. That surprises me. Shabazz Napier's kind of a big name too. Especially when LeBron gave him a shout out. And then he left he encouraged the Heat to draft him, and then he left the Heat in that same offseason. Okay, Golden State Warriors. So we're down to the last 2 teams. The Warriors. We already know they're missing Iguodala, so we're just gonna add Andre Iguodala to the list. Let's go ahead, change it up here. Where are we? There's Golden State. Okay, so besides Iggy, who else are they missing? They got Zaza. Oh yeah, and then let's compare the ratings. So they got Curry a bit higher. They got Durant a bit higher. They got Clay right around the same. They got Draymond around the same. They got JaVale McGee higher rated. They got Zaza around the same. They got David West around the same. They got Sean Livingston a little bit lower. Verajao. He's probably... Oh, no, there he's Verajao. He's around the same. Kevon Looney a little bit higher. Damian Jones a little bit higher. And then they're missing McAdoo. They're missing Elliott Williams. They're missing NBA legend, 3-time champion Patrick McCaw. Are you kidding me? I'm just kidding. I'm not surprised he's missing. Let's compare to 2K18's ratings. Wow, so they just inflated Curry and Durant's rating, basically. And that's, yeah, everyone else pretty comparable. 17-18, similar ratings. Wow. It's just insane they're missing Andre Iguodala. I can't believe it. Matt Barnes is on a different roster, by the way. I think we saw him earlier. Oh, Ian Clark. They're missing Ian Clark too. So they're missing. Let's get the names going here. And these three guys. Really, if they had Iggy on this roster, it would be... I'm not saying it's not playable. I mean, it's a roster with Durant, Curry, Draymond, you know, and Clay. Like, it's a playable roster. But the fact that Iggy's missing, it just makes playing a My NBA series with them a little bit, you know, it sucks. Let's just put it how it is. It sucks. Washington, last team. Should be. Yes, it's the last team. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are gonna hit the 2-hour mark soon. Okay. And they're missing... Okay, so they're missing John Wall right off the bat. Just elephant in the room. We're letting it all out. John Wall's missing. We already know. Marcin Gortat, they have as a 78 compared to his 79. Pretty comparable. Wow, Bradley Beal got a bump. Bradley Beal got a huge bump up. 87 from his 2K17 rating of 79. Otto Porter got a little bit of a bump up. Everyone was saying he was a candidate for most improved, and then he fell off a cliff. Markieff Morris around the same, a little bit higher. Jan Mahimi around a little bit lower, but sort of around the same. Jason Smith around the same. Daniel House, a bit higher there. And then they're missing... Where's Kelly Oubre? I don't think Kelly Oubre... Oh, there's Kelly Oubre. There we go. He's a bit higher. They're missing Trey Burke. They're missing Marcus Thornton. He was missing last year too. Bojan Bogdanovic is on a different roster. He's not missing. Who else? Yeah, they're missing a few names here. Let's compare to 2K18's roster. So yeah, that's where Bradley Beal got his rating. Is from 18 with that 87. That's where Otto Porter got his rating. That's where Markieff got his rating. That's where Gortat got his rating. So, and that's where Mahimi got. Yeah, they took a lot of 2K18 ratings here, probably because I'm convinced they did it because they knew John Wall was going to be gone from the roster. That's my conspiracy take of the day, is that they'll inflate, like for Kemba Walker, for example, they inflated his rating because there's players missing from the roster to try to make up for it, so to speak. It doesn't make up for it, by the way. It just honestly, it almost makes things worse. But yeah, Bradley Beal did have a good year. So we already know they're missing John Wall. They're missing Marcus Thornton. Let's go ahead, get him added. And then we're going to tally up all the missing players at the end of this. Jason Smith is there. Trey Burke is missing. Satoransky is missing. Satoransky was like a backup point guard or shooting guard position. And then Chris is missing. That is it. That is the list. So we are missing approximately... I did not see Campaign, but he might be a free agent. I don't remember seeing Bogut. I don't remember seeing Darren Williams. I don't remember seeing Derek Williams. But we'll keep them as question marks for now. We are missing a roster from 8 years ago. Approximately 183 players. You can't see the count, but it's off screen. The 2K. You know what? Hold on. We can bring that up. There you go. Now you can see it. We're missing 183 players right here. 183. Let's go back to the side by side. Yeah, wow. This is... And from this list, I would say key players that are missing, if we just start going through... I mean, there's some big names here, but, you know, missing Jabari Parker is not the end of the world. Missing Jahlil Okafor at this point is not the end of the world. Players that I would say it's kind of a big deal there. Let's have tiers for this. I would say missing these guys is like mid tier disappointing, and then missing Blake Griffin's like max tier disappointing. in my eyes. So let's identify like maximum tier disappointing that these guys are missing. So we already marked. We can mark John Wall. It's kind of a big deal. Andre Iguodala, I would say he's not a star, but he's not a star at this point. So wait, if Andre Iguodala is missing from the Steph era, he's missing from the historic 76ers roster too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's actually max tier disappointing. Kevin Garnett, I'm confused by that. I'm putting a question mark, but that would be kind of weird. Hold on. Let me check out something, because he'd be in the LeBron era roster. Go to Celtics here. Yeah, he's there. Well, that's weird. I don't know why. Maybe he retired, or I don't know. That's confusing. I'm a little confused by that. Let's go back to Steph era here. Who else do we have that's kind of like max tier? There's not really too many other max tier disappointing guys. I would say those are like them. Oh, Ibaka. I can't forget Ibaka. There he is. That's very disappointing that Ibaka's missing. And is there anyone else I'm forgetting? Those are like the main four, I would say, where it's like, come on now. We kind of need them in the game. And then for certain, it's subjective. For certain teams, it's disappointing because they're missing like half the roster. So I would say for mid-tier disappointing, I'd put Okafor on that list personally. That's just like a personal feeling. Shumpert for sure. That's kind of a letdown. The Celtics is what it is. Clippers is what it is. Grizzlies is mostly role players. Hawks is mostly... Bazemore's kind of up there for me, but we'll leave him off for the time being. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, I would say, yeah, most definitely needs to be on there. Rodney Hood, kind of a big deal. The Kings, that is what it is. I would say if you're a Knicks fan, you're probably missing Lance Thomas. Lakers, Mozgov just is a big deal from a contract perspective. Elfrid Payton, definitely. Mario Hezonja, because like the Magic don't have anyone. Nerlens Noel, kind of a big deal. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, definitely. The Nets are already at a disadvantage. Will Barton, very surprised he's missing. Al Jefferson, that's like borderline. I'd put that as red almost. Let's see. Who else? Pelicans. Pondexter, kind of, yeah. Ish Smith, just because of how popular he is. Bruno Caboclo, because I'm a sucker for Bruno Caboclo's game. David Lee, definitely like a mid-tier disappointment that he's missing. Dragonbender because of the name, but I'm not going to mark him. Enes Kanter, yeah, he's kind of a key role player. There's obviously, okay, so Aminu and Alan Crabb, definitely. Honestly, you could probably mark most of these guys for the Trailblazers. Patrick McCaw and them, it is what it is. So you could probably mark more names as like mid-tier disappointment that they're not there, but I've marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 mid-tier disappointments just off the top of my head. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major disappointments. Like those are like crucial guys, especially if you're like just a casual player. So all in all, I appreciate that 2K decided to include the Steph era or roster this year and for my NBA, because it gives us more videos, more content, but and also more like options for like how you want to do your historic my NBA plays, and get to kind of live in the past a little bit, I suppose. But my goodness, man, they're missing so many names. I mean, even removing the question marks, it's still like at least 150 players. Oh, Thon McCurry, we gotta include him. He was like Bol before Bol was in the league, for anyone that doesn't know. But Anyways, that's it. So I'd say the ratings are pretty comparable. 2K definitely inflated some, deflated others. Most of them are pretty much around the same between 2K17 and 2K18 ratings. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, especially about the missing players. We are going to have a separate video just going over every player and every inconsistency or inaccuracy with the Steph era rosters, courts, uniforms, etc. That'll be coming out once I've compiled a list of the courts that are incorrect and the uniforms that are incorrect. So click on the video on your screen now for some more NBA 2K25 content, and I'll see you over there.